Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and today's topic is all about committing crimes over YouTube, filing false DMCA strikes because you can't handle criticism. Now, in the last couple of weeks, okay, this whole situation has been blowing up, and, it's been on my radar for a little bit, and frankly, it's been kind of driving me a little insane. Because, frankly, I'm witnessing somebody who has no idea of how, legal systems work, and frankly, they're making YouTube a place for anybody else, okay? Now, to understand, let's get this started. I don't condone any form of harassment. That should be very much understood. We don't do that. If you participate in that, you should be removed from YouTube, removed from here. We don't condone that in the community. But we need to talk about this because, frankly, abusing DMCA, filing copyright strikes, is one of the worst things you can do on this platform to another creator. Now, I understand copyright strikes, okay? If I upload an entire episode of an anime onto my channel, full 60 minutes, Attack on Titan episodes, I think they're 30 minutes long, if I upload that to my channel without any form of fair use commentary or anything, I get a copyright strike, and a well-deserved. Agreed? Now, however, if I take snippets from a video game, or something for review, I show you just enough, alright, for context's sake, and I review it accurately, that is fair use, okay? Fair use is kind of a gray area, but I hope we can understand that before we begin the video. Now, this whole thing goes back to Elden Ring. Now, Elden Ring just came out, and frankly, it sparked this debate about easy modes and difficulty, right? Now, I thought the Reaper War, okay? Humans versus Reaper Mass Effect was the biggest war we were going to get into, okay? The biggest galactic war, if you will. But it seems like Elden Ring's beaten that, okay? Now, to understand, Elden Ring is a difficult game. It's a From Software game, okay? A lot of people bought it. The people who like From Software games enjoy it. The people who just bought it because of the hype have realized, damn, son, this game's hard. Maybe it should have an easy mode. Now, to understand, I have no issue with people requesting easy modes or accessibility or whatever, but to be honest, it's at this point where it's like, hey guys, Elden Ring needs to be easier. Bro, From has made like 7 games at this point, okay? Just because if Elden Ring isn't cutting it for you, return the game and move on, alright? They made plenty of games in the similar style, and only because of this one hyped release, this super hyped release, everyone's thinking that way. Adding like super easy mode to Elden Ring is kind of like going up to Rockstar Games and saying, hey guys, Grand Theft Auto 5 is great, but there's this whole problem I'm having with the police. They keep chasing me. I can't escape them. I'm not good enough. Well, okay, what are you going to ask them to remove it? All right, is that what it is? All right, listen, some games are just not, for some people. Look, I don't play Mega Man, OG NES Mega Man. I'm not good at platformers. Doesn't mean that I'm going to ask for, the easy mode, okay? At some point, all right, if you can't get past the filter, return the game and move on somewhere else. There's plenty of games under the sea. But that being said, a lot of people had these reviews. One of those was a channel known as Quantum TV. Now, this is the channel Quantum TV, the #1 brand in honesty. Now, of course, this whole situation blurs up. It contains turf wars, battles between TV calibration review channels, okay? Process that in your head. Yes, there is beef amongst TV calibration channels, okay? People that make guides on how to calibrate your television, okay? The picture isn't what you wanted, we'll tell you how to get that brand spanking new. Now, I never thought that I need to watch channels like this. Frankly, I don't care too much. There's settings in a TV. I'll adjust them to my liking depending on what I'm watching. That said, though, let's get into the situation. Quantum TV made an Elden Ring review that a lot of people downloaded and riffed on, okay? Now, to understand, Quantum TV didn't take too kindly to a lot of this, and frankly filed DMCA strikes falsely on certain channels, such as Review Tech USA, and most notably, The Act Man, okay? Now, Quantum TV tried to take down my Elden Ring hot takes video claiming copyright infringement. Now, Act Man is a friend, and he was given a false DMCA strike. Now, Actman made a 31-minute video where he took snippets from this person's review and, accurately critiqued it. I watched the video. Trust me, that's exactly how I've seen it, okay? If you were to take this video to a fucking courtroom, the judge would say this is fair use, okay? Even though fair use is a gray area. So it seems like this video was given the copyright strike on, and that started just basically this video, okay? Because frankly, I've seen too much of this nonsense. Now, of course, even after all of that, when the DMCA was apparently retracted because the video is up there, you started to see Quantum TV message Actman on certain things. You're free to ask your questions. I don't really have questions. I just want to inform you the situation. Speak! What did you want to inform me about? You have the floor. And then, Actman didn't respond for like 15 minutes because I guess he was playing Halo Infinite or some shit. Since you can't speak, here's your situation. You stole a deleted copyrighted video. I don't care about your opinion on my take, and definitely don't care about your empty threats regarding things none of you understand. I do care about you re-uploading stolen content you acquired from Mischief. If this is your livelihood, you should know the copyright starts the moment a body of work is published. You don't have permission to post my removed content. As the owner, I would like the copyrighted videos removed. That's why I'm looking into other options against your piracy. Like I said, YouTube support advised me that filing a copyright claim against you was the best way to remove the re-uploaded content. So, wait a fucking second, okay? That I can accurately say is a load of bullshit. YouTube will not tell you to file a copyright claim just because a video is re-uploaded. At least not exactly like that. Again, like in the beginning example, if I uploaded an entire TV show to YouTube, YouTube would get that DMCA, and because YouTube is a safe harbor website, as soon as they get a copyright claim, they must act on it, or else they lose a lot of those protections. So yeah, they remove your video. That doesn't mean YouTube is going to accurately speak to you through their support channel on a serious legal issue. YouTube will actually straight up want you to talk to a lawyer, because once you file a DMCA, a legally binding DMCA, that's between you, your attorneys, and that's it. Okay, YouTube is like, we just have to follow the rules, simple as that. YouTube's copyright system is so easily abused, all right, that YouTube themselves have said Google has notes more than half of the takedown notices it has received under the U.S. Digital Millennium Copyright Act 1998 were sent by business targeting competitors. And over 1/3 of notices were not valid copyright claims. You see that number? 37%. It's a problem. YouTube acknowledges, Google acknowledges it, and we know it's a problem. It's also a big problem because for a lot of YouTubers, when they get a false DMCA strike and they have to file a counterclaim, they have to give up their personal information. So it's even a bigger issue for a lot of people who have to give up their docs to somebody who is falsely abusing a system to begin with. This is what it looks like, okay? You go to this web form right here, okay? And since I'm signed in as my channel, Some Ordinary Gamers, I can request any type of video over here, right? I can give them the URL. I can tell them who's the copyright owner, which is me or my company, give them all this information. Then I can send a 7-day notice, or I can request the removal now. YouTube will straight up lead to an actual request and remove the video. I can then send them copies and prevent those from being re-uploaded to YouTube going forward. That also said, I have legal agreements. I have a good faith belief that the use of the material in the manner complained of is not authorized by the copyright owner, its agent, or the law. The information I provide is accurate, and under penalty of perjury, I am the owner or an agent authorized to act on behalf of the fucking owner. I understand that abuse of this tool, such as submitting removal requests for content that I do not own, may result in termination of my YouTube account. Again, once you file this claim, somebody else can counterclaim you, and then it becomes a legal issue. If it turns out that you're actually abusing this for your own benefit, just to hide criticism, and you've actually taken down legally fair use content, this bites you on your ass. When you are actually going, remember the first line, okay? This is not authorized by the copyright owner, its agent, or the law. The law, okay? That includes fair use dealings, fair use law. So again, in all of these situations, all right, you need to make sure you have checked this with legal counsel before even filing this. Of course, YouTube can reinstate these, all right, after, a counterclaim is filed and nobody has reacted to it, or, a legal case has been set, right? We've seen this over time, H3H3 versus Matt Haas, and even other further cases, especially related to fair use, okay? So again, when it comes to piracy, which is, downloading a YouTube video, a lot of people, most people that I've seen screen record or, have a copy of the video, you need to have some copy to criticize something, right? Let me explain how fair use works, okay? If I want to talk about somebody's video, which sometimes I often do, okay, then I have their video, I take out portions of that video on my channel, and I talk about it, okay? So if you ever seen me talk about or criticize somebody or, criticize content, I don't use the whole video, obviously. I use 10, 15, 20 seconds, and then I commentate 40, 50 seconds, maybe a minute on that specific piece. I talk about it. I only use what I need to make a point, which is exactly what I've seen with a lot of these people. If Actman had just uploaded this guy's video and monetized it and called it a day, that would not be okay. Actman would be a douchebag. But instead, he crafted a video, he made a response, he used it to critique, and he got hit with a DMCA, falsely. He even says, Actman, it was YouTube support who recommended I copyright claim your video because you re-uploaded clips of my original deleted video long after I deleted it from my channel. Naturally, that means it was piracy and could be copyright claimed by the original owner. It could be if it wasn't used to accurately critique your own point, your own video. You realize following YouTube support advice on copyright claims to remove re-uploads failed me, and as a result, I'm being labeled as a copyright abuser, right? And then this person says, that I cannot answer for you. It's a fucking support agent, okay? Don't believe the support agent who's probably not even from the country that you're dealing in is going to give you accurate information. Anytime you deal with legal shit, you should be smart enough to know to get a goddamn lawyer. I shouldn't have to explain this at age 27 to somebody probably double my goddamn age. Doesn't make any sense to me, always baffles me. The reason this pisses me off is that I have never, ever had to deal with this kind of stuff, okay? Especially from people I criticized. When we talked about J-Station, all right, everyone in the internet talked about it, okay? It was a big thing. J-Station, for all of his faults, never abused the DMCA system, at least in my experience to me, in order to stifle criticism. When I talked about crypto scams and various influencers, it's not like any of those influencers jumped in and abused the copyright systems. Sure, they could have said a million things, but this is one of those things you don't do. And you don't know why they didn't do it? Because they understood legally they'd be fucking themselves if they were to go against. These are illegal claims if you file them falsely, and they can be heavily penalized. Now, I don't want to show a single second of this guy's content because, frankly, I know that while we have like liability insurance and all that stuff, and I have my own private pool of funds just to handle lawsuits, I don't want to go through the headache of that, especially when I'm dealing with a bunch of other personal shit. So I'm not even going to give this person the time of day, the possibility to strike my content. Now, Quantum TV is one of those people that, frankly, is not necessarily beloved in the TV review community. Like, there are posts from 11 months ago where people are like, how is Quantum TV regarded in the review space? And then to everyone who's like, Quantum is a bit of a clueless guy. Seems to hate on most brands of TVs for no reasons. Hated the CX because of many nonsensical reasons, including the screws not fitting into the TV. He has a habit of doing 15-part reviews where his opinions change all throughout. He absolutely hated the Vizio OLED right off the bat for some stupid reason to do with the box. And by the end, it was the favorite thing. Again, this is hearsay mention of him. I've actually watched one Quantum TV video where he actually like slyly responded to somebody else. Simply a HD TV test on his own channel. He titled it Secret LGCX Menu Settings Without the Misinformation. Here's a smoke you ordered. He was basically criticizing to somebody who was reviewing an HD TV with actual empirical evidence, okay? Actual, scientifically proved evidence on, how to get the best picture quality. Set it how you want it, okay? If you want oversaturated Best Buy colors, set that color setting to max, okay? If you want it movie accurate, set it to reference image, all right? It doesn't have to be a big issue. So just what's also even funnier about this situation too is when you go into this actual video that he made, if you look into the sources section where he sources the other channel, this URL is the exact same as his own video. So literally to get extra viewership to his channel, he sources to the other dude's channel, but it all just goes back right to his channel. What the It's so stupid. But of course, yes, that was in fact a piece of drama within the actual TV reference setting community. Never thought I'd say that, but frankly, here we are. Now, of course, even when you go into their website, the level of professionalism has always wilded me out with this individual, because when you go to their website, one of the wildest things that I've ever seen are the posts they've had on their actual, channel. So, for instance, sometimes they'll cover, release dates for, certain TVs, and the other time, they'll straight up, just start beef with a YouTuber. You can see every time when there's beef, this guy gets 381 views on, a launch date reveal, nothing spicy. 1,800 views when he starts beef with, this guy. YouTuber, under fire for Lucifer support. This is hilarious. This shows you how wild and unhinged the situation is. So here it says stop watching FOMO. So he looks at a channel called Stop the FOMO, where they talk about impressive 2021 TCL 6 series Google TV R646. So it's a goddamn TV series. It's a TV review, okay? So here, TV reviewer Stop the FOMO has landed under fire by many for displaying the name Lucifer as the illumination test to assess blooming capabilities of the 2021 TV. So yes, this whole beef right now, this little side beef, all right, has started off because the word Lucifer is mentioned. Many of faith perceive this as a subliminal message that Lucifer is the light. Oh shit, let's see what this fake-ass Facebook-level outrage is. So this guy's review, that's 10 minutes long, okay? Now, at 6:46, all right, he starts the Lucifer showcase. Now, as you open it, what he's trying to do is show you the fact that OLED TVs, typically, when they're showing, black, okay, they typically, are proper black. They don't actually, light up their diodes, versus traditional LED TVs that actually do showcase the black. You can see right over here, the Lucifer isn't blooming. Here, it is blooming. Why am I explaining how TVs work? You get it, okay? He's doing it to other television shows as well. So anyways, at 6:45, literally for a few seconds, not even 10 at this point, okay? Not even 10, 15 seconds, he shows Lucifer, points out how the actual blooming is, and that's it. He goes to the next piece. That's it. Yeah, guys, I swear to God, didn't that, freak you out? Don't you guys believe in the devil? Well, let's get into it, okay? Here he's like, in response to the message, the devil is not a good guy, a few depraved souls had this to say. Here's a user said, the show is about the redemption of Lucifer as he acts to learn as he learns to love, act selflessly, and speak the truth. It's not my kind of show, but if God can't forgive a repentant Satan, then Christ is powerless and we're all doomed. So many excuses and justifications. I have never watched that show, but just to be clear, it's fiction, right? Blatantly supporting and defending the devil. And again, the title of the actual video that he made in response, as you can see right here, is FOMO boldly supports Lucifer. As if the TV review is suddenly invalidated because it referenced the devil, a show on Netflix about the devil. This is like, hey guys, that graphic card review isn't okay. That's not a good review because the guy played Doom, which contains the devil. What? What? You want to play Hello Kitty Island Adventure? Is that PG enough? What? This is why the guy obviously isn't taken seriously. And this is why I fail to understand how this person has any idea about how false DMCA strikes work. This person has a very warped idea about legal shit. It's clear Stop the FOMO is a twisted individual who would sooner respond to those mentioning a satanic cult than everyday viewers looking for assistance. If you subscribe to him or be the installer, I recommend unsubscribing. I recommend a spell check tool next time you write a professional blog. But I guess professionalism isn't part of the toolbox, is it? No, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it right where it's at, okay? Frankly, this kind of stuff pisses me off. False DMCA strikes is something that should be called out, regardless of who does it, okay? It could be the smallest channel abusing it or the largest channel on the platform. False DMCA strikes, regardless of the platform you're on, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Twitch.tv, whether it's Dailymotion, whether it's Furcadia, should not be okay. Abusing the law like this, just to stifle criticism or take down videos that you don't agree with, is not okay. You could take any one of my videos, and provided it's not a raw re-upload and you want to criticize me, you want to, call out something about me, I'm not going to sit there and falsely DMCA strike you, because that's illegal. Don't act like you're a legal expert when your only understanding of fair use law is so fucking minimal that you might as well not even fucking put on the clown makeup and decide to actually talk about it on the internet. It makes no sense to me. I don't know, man. This stuff really aggravates me, but frankly, that's all I wanted to talk about, okay? I have no beef with Quantum TV. Frankly, I don't care. I don't want any form of harassment. Don't feel like this is a pass to go out and begrudge the guy, because frankly, he has very strong opinions. He's not exactly somebody that can choose to take any level of criticism normally at this point, and you shouldn't go and harass somebody at all, okay? I wanted to make this video primarily to illustrate a point that fair use, all right, and what you consider to be fair use is wrong, especially with you, Quantum TV, and the way that you go about falsely DMCAing people not only puts your livelihood and your channel in danger, but the entire ecosystem on YouTube in danger, okay? If you're going to DMCA somebody, make sure you follow the law, all right? Simple as that. That said, though, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Just like if you dislike it. I'm a little heated, so I'm going to go for a drive, and yeah, I'm out.